You are being sent on a mission back in time to beat Neil Armstrong to become the first human on the moon. Over 50 years ago, Neil Armstrong and his partner Buzz Aldrin accomplished the impossible. They traveled 40,000 kilometers into the depths of space to become the first humans on the moon. But with such primitive technology, how were they able to do this? We've unlocked the ability to time travel and are going to send you back in time to land on the moon, gather intel, and bring it back to the modern day. You'll go through excruciating training and a hazardous journey that could turn deadly at any moment. Do you think you have what it takes? This is your time mission. Become the first human on the moon. The year, 1957. The day, October 4th. The city, Moscow. And why have we brought you to the Soviet Union? Well, it's because Sputnik was the world's first satellite to be placed into Earth's orbit. This small yet mighty 83.5 kilo device was an extraordinary accomplishment in human history and paved the way for humans to reach space themselves. Sputnik 1 was just the start for the Soviets. A month after its launch, Sputnik 2 was sent into Earth's orbit. This time, the spacecraft weighed over 500 kilograms and carried a living being inside, a dog named Laika. Laika did not survive the mission, but her flight data proved living beings could potentially survive spaceflight. Now, we've managed to create credentials and enter you into the Soviet space program. It's essential that you learn everything possible about how to survive space travel. If you do this, I've calculated your chances of making it to the moon are… Hold on, getting some static. Well, let's just say it's possible. Stick close to Soviet astronaut Yuri Gagarin. He'll become the first human to orbit the Earth. In 1962, American John Glenn will repeat the same feat, and then another Soviet, Valentina Tereshkova, in 1963. All will come back safe and sound. Now, your space knowledge seems to be in good shape, and the survival rate of space missions is increasing. That's why we're sending you to 1959, because our intel says there's a very good team being put together in the United States. They're called the Mercury 7, and only the best can join it. If you're lucky to be one of the 500 that qualify, you're now about to be subject to numerous tests to see if you have what it takes to be part of the Mercury 17. Your body and mind will be pushed to the absolute limit as exercises include staying in a dark soundproof chamber for 3 hours, enduring temperatures of over 54 degrees for 2 hours, and being taken to a pressure chamber to experience what 20,000 meters of altitude feels like. And when you've survived all that, you might be ready to join this incredible team of what are now called astronauts. But beware, the training that will follow could be so deadly it will make the previous selection process seem easy. To test G-forces, you'll be put in a centrifuge going so fast it will feel like the wind is being knocked out of you as your heart bangs against your lungs. And you'll experience weightlessness in an experiment the Air Force calls the Vomit Comet. These are all necessary exercises for you to endure your mission to the moon, if you ever get there. And if you are still keen to go, we'll take you to 1969. Up until then, space travel has increased by leaps and bounds, including some deadly incidents, but no one has set foot on the moon until the Apollo mission, where we've managed to secure you a spot instead of the presumed captain, Neil Armstrong. This is your one shot to be the first human on the moon. If you miss it, you'll be the third or fourth, and that would be a failure to complete the mission. Now, even though you've got the knowledge and the practical training, we anticipate some nerves while you board the Apollo 11 spacecraft on July 20th. As you go up at a speed of almost 40,000 kilometers per hour, it might be worth remembering that you're one of the first to do this. Anything could go wrong. Your journey will take 76 hours to cover a distance of 380,000 kilometers, and Apollo 11 won't just land automatically. The lunar module, called Eagle, will have to detach from the spaceship first, and you'll have to take over manual control to dodge a lunar crater and a boulder field. Your heart rate will jump from 77 to 156 beats per minute. This is everything you worked for. Will you make it?
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
It's time to rejoice as your mission is complete. You and one of your teammates, Buzz Aldrin, get ready to spend almost a day on the moon's surface. Lots of exploration to do and some sleeping as well. You've also brought a few mementos to leave behind. A US flag, but also a medal for Yuri Gagarin out of respect for his achievements in space travel. That's all before heading back to Earth, which will be a new mission in itself. It won't be easy, but this is how you could be the first to get to the moon. It may look straightforward now, but the risk you and your fellow astronauts will take is unlike anything any human has done before. You've set foot on another celestial body. You'll be remembered forever in history as the first human on the moon. What's next for you? Mars? Well, maybe, but that's for another episode of Time Mission.